All right, so today, we made a video today, but we're making another one today because my friend wants to know like what Eucharistic miracles are and is really interested. And of course, these things are really interesting. I love Eucharistic miracles. So, what is a Eucharistic miracle? It is a term that describes like extraordinary intervention through like the Eucharist of Jesus Christ. And we all know what the Eucharist is. It's like the bread during Mass, and Catholic teaching is that it turns into the real body and blood when you put it up in when the priest puts it up in there and says, "This is my body, this is my blood, which is being given up to you." There's only been about 139 cases of Eucharistic miracles, which is super duper rare, super duper rare. Not this is not going to happen at Mass like at St. Tom's or something like that. So you know what I'm saying. So rules for Eucharistic miracles. So there's four things that have to happen. There has to be an absolute certainty that nobody really like touched it. So like nobody like took the Eucharist and like stabbed themselves and put blood on it. There has to be certainty that nobody did that. And then a bishop or an archbishop has to, know that something crazy happened, something that shouldn't have happened. There also has to be somebody like scientifically that's usually like not like playing devil's advocate, trying to like disprove as much as they can. Has to be on the scientific research behind what has happened. And then there are probably going to be there will be different scientific tests, and they all must agree to each other that some crazy happened, something that's not normal happened. So there's 10 miracles that like people usually think of, but I want to talk about 3. So one of my favorite ones is recently happened in Connecticut. A father was running out of Eucharist, and he looked at the Jaborum, which is where you hold the Eucharist, like where you have the Eucharist, and the father has like this little gold thing, and it was filling up, or it was going away. Like he wasn't going to have enough Eucharist for the whole Mass, but then he looked out of nowhere, and there was enough Eucharist for the whole Mass, which is crazy. Like that's insane. There hasn't like you can't really scientifically research that, but people were there and people like saw it. Like I guess saw it happen. Well, the priest saw it happen, and people knew that was a problem, but it fixed. And then one of the most famous ones is Lanciano. The miracle of Lanciano involved a priest who doubted like the actual presence of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. So when he was at Mass, he recited the words, "This is my body, this is my blood," and he saw it turn into real human and human flesh and blood. And he was like, that just proves that there was the Eucharist. But it was in 750 AD. It's kind of hard to prove that something happened like that. So I put up a more recent one that happened in like Nisha, Poland in 2013. So it was a Christmas Day Mass when I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. What is that? When Father Messenger Zygnigu Kiernichowski picked up a consecrated coast that had fallen on the floor. He placed it in water to dissolve because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what Catholic teaching says us to do that's what tells the priest to do when a Eucharist falls. You put it in the water, and then a red color came out of the Eucharist, which is very, that's not supposed to happen. And they did tests on the blood, which was in 2013. We have the technology to do that, and it showed that there were signs from the tissue of the human heart. I don't think anybody it would have happened in front of like everybody. They put the water in front of everybody. He's not going to take out his own heart, and or he could have, but like there was no proof that he did. And then there's tissues that. Yeah, it came from like the heart. Like the proof though, the blood, it was like straight out of the heart. So it was like fresh blood, which is insane. That's like crazy to think about. So that's all I want to talk about today. Yeah. God be with you. Pray today. Go to Mass today if you are going to Mass today. If not, go tomorrow. It's Saturday today, so God bless.